This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
They said, you better get everything in order because she's not going to make it through the night.
First, the flooding in Lemon Valley, then a scary diagnosis. And what followed after that is even more shocking. An inspiring story of resilience tonight only on Channel 2. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have.
And the woman you're about to meet illustrates that saying perfectly. It's unreal how much Carol Zacche's life has changed just in the last year. But she's clearly a fighter, even after a 1-2 punch that would have taken most people down. And she tells me how she finds that strength only on 2.
Oh, you just hit a plant. You got to move it over. There's calla lilies under the pile.
There's a special place in Carol Zacche's heart.
All that trauma that they went through.
For innocent life ravaged by a rough season. Like the flowers flooded by unexpected trouble, Carol too can relate. Rising waters from last year's historic winter affected many families in Lemon Valley. But as the saying goes, when it rains, it pours, at least lately for the Zacches.
We got a call from the neighbor across the street, and she said, you better get home because there's a geyser in front of your yard.
Water washed out her childhood home.
We were in probably a foot to 2 feet within like 30 minutes.
Mucking out the mess took months, and before they were even finished, another phone call rocked Carol's world yet again.
They saw something on the left breast, and they actually did a partial mastectomy, but they didn't get enough margins.
Genetic testing confirmed Carol's BRCA positive, so she opted for a radical double mastectomy. Doctors put expanders in at the same time to prepare for reconstruction, and weeks after surgery,
I kept saying that one side didn't feel right.
So she went to emergency. It turns out she had sepsis so badly, doctors were forced to put her in a coma to chase it. They finally determined her expanders caused the bacterial infection. And once removed, her organs started working again. But they couldn't save everything. And 4 months later, when she woke up, this is what she found.
I had to have amputations of all limbs due to the fact that I had sepsis and toxic so bad.
While shocked, her reaction was just as surprising.
I just said, I want to see. And so they uncovered me. And I looked and said, well, we got to deal with what we got to deal with, and we'll go forward.
And she hasn't looked back as she relearns to live independently. From feeding herself.
Look at that.
Eat my pudding.
Love it.
To balancing on prosthetics.
2 more steps?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. Come on, chest up.
Even dialing up loved ones is now different.
All right. Okay, love you. Bye.
And navigating around the house.
Obstacles.
Well, it can be a challenge too.
Oh, that's not good.
Which is why giggling gets her through most days. But it's not always easy.
It's hard to understand right now. It's just that I had punch after punch after punch, and I can get through a few, but it's been hard lately.
As they rebuild their house.
Okay, so you're going to put all the way to the ceiling?
And her independence, Carol often reminds herself how blessed she is to have her family. She relies on them.
It's because there was one time I got stuck in the couch.
And her humor a lot. Because when all is said and done, she says it's laughter, faith, and family that lift her up.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Literally.
Oh, we almost got it. We almost got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Victory.
Which brings us back to the flowers. It's a new season. And sure, they'll never be the same. But just like Carol, they're proof resilience is a beautiful thing. And Carol was just fit for prosthetic legs. She's incredibly positive, as you just saw, despite the fact she says she can't seek legal action, as the California hospital where she had the botched surgery capped settlements at $250,000. That's it. There's a GoFundMe page under Carol's name if you want to help in any way with monetary donations, construction even. I've posted all the information on our website, KTVN. KTVN.com.
Yeah, and I can imagine that the medical bills is one thing, but is there anything else that she could use right now?
I mean, little things like voice automation on her computer, you know, to help live more independently, appliances at home that she has access to, even a van to help transport her in her wheelchair. But I'll tell you what, that family's pretty incredible. They stay by her side 24/7. She said, try brushing your teeth without hands. And she challenged me and my children actually to try getting dressed without hands and the use of your arms. We did it at home and it was shockingly difficult.
Right.
We couldn't do it.
Right.
So a whole new appreciation for the little things in life is what she brought me, and hopefully you too.
Yeah, good story. Thank you, Kristen.